I belonged to that Kashmir, I had my shops in Lal Chowk itself and Pahalgam. Both the places I had shops. I was in liquor business there, both wholesale and retail. My shops were attacked, not only my shops, every pundit's shops were attacked. They were destroyed with bomb blasts. I had 5 bomb blasts. The first one being in 1984. But I was told to tell the authorities it was not a bomb blast, it was cracker. Because CBI team had come to my shop, they said, what was it? They told me, tell them it was a cracker. And it went like that. But then afterwards, these things used to happen regularly till the time we were in the shop. Then one day, one night, a terrorist came to my home and he was showing something to other terrorists that this person is living here, this is his bedroom. But fortunately that day I was not there. Next day when I came, I saw 11 to 12 terrorists just outside my house. And they asked me, why are you going to India? I said, no, I am staying here only. Then I went inside my house and at 6:30 they killed someone. His body was thrown just outside my house. So next day we moved. And afterwards, after 6 or 7 days, everyone moved. I could foresee that time. We lost everything. Whatever we had, we lost. I had shops, I had business. At that time, my business was equivalent to this time 400 crores. That would have been this time by 400 crores. It's all gone. There is no help from Government of India. We are supposed to get monthly relief. I am not getting. Why I am not getting? I was getting in Delhi. But once I came to Bangalore, they said they consider Bangalore not to be part of India. That's why they don't give. I have written to the Honorable Prime Minister of India also. Nobody listens because bureaucracy doesn't allow this application to go to the Prime Minister of India. Secondly, we have suffered a lot. My sister having 2 PhDs and she was studying in America. She joined there as lecturer in medical college. She remained till this retirement. She remained lecturer only, and her juniors were given. Like that, it happened with everyone, not with me only. All the Kashmiri Pandits were suffering, and they suffered till 1990. And then everyone had to leave. They started killing them. There used to be a poster outside our houses, and every day 10 people, 10 names would be there. Today this man has to die, tomorrow this man has to die, like that. My number was 3rd, but I escaped. God helped me. Otherwise, I would also have been butchered. Huh? Because I had gone, because they had bombed all the 3 shops. Then they sent me a letter that you change the trade. I went to Bombay for getting this Vespa agency. And that's why I was not in my home. They had come to kill me, but I escaped. Next day I saw it, I left. This is the story of every Kashmiri Pandit. There should be the industrialists of India, they were silent spectators. They did not help the community. Business community, they did not help. All the industrialists in India, they did not help us. Nothing. I served in Codes for 3 months. They didn't pay me for those 3 months. So we suffered. It is not my story only, it is the story of every Kashmiri Pandit. You never recognized us. We are being considered as migrants. Migrant means who goes for a job outside his house. We were thrown out of our business, out of our house. If you see my house, it's a wonderful house. But what to do? Lost everything. I am for the last 25 years. In 1990, I came to Delhi, and for 6 years I stayed there. Why? There is a reason. I had daughters, and daughters are not safe in Delhi. So I came to Bangalore, and they studied here on. I had to give them education. God helped me, otherwise it was not possible to give. My daughter was there, she had a tutor. I was paying her 100 rupees a month. Later on I came to know that she is 6th pass. And she was just managing all these things. My daughter was studying in 8th class. She was 6th pass. She never knew how to teach. Simply she was taking money. That's why I came to this place. Here I have enjoyed my life here these 25 years. I have not seen any problem. God help all the Kannadigas. I love them. I love this place. I love the people of this place. They are nice. So we have been without any problem in Karnataka. Absolutely no problem.
Proper place in Kashmir.
Srinagar, Rawalpura, where those four Air Force officers were, they were my neighbors. They were there as tenants. My neighbors. There was a difference of that. This much of gully was there. This house they were living. That house they were living. I didn't have any tenant. They were waiting for the transport. Rawalpura is a place. From there you go straight to the airport. They were waiting for the local bus. They were killed. Four people were killed. Here he has shown only two or three. Actually, four people were killed. Their children, their families were just one neighbors. Next day they left the house. My elder daughter has seen that because she had gone there, her friend was there. She had gone to her, and she has seen people coming on motorcycle. You know this Yasin Malik, he killed them. What he did, there were two people on the motorcycle. He went there, killed them, went back. Once again came to see that he is dead. Then he left, like that. These things were common. There was no administration. The police was out. Police, they had no authority. No, they were scared. It is not that police did it knowingly. Their families were killed, so they could not act. The shop where I had, this police officer came to me. That SHO came to me. He said, I know there are people after you. After bomb blast, he came. He said, there are people after you who want to kill you, but I will not allow them. Next day when I came to the shop, I saw his body on the main road. And written, nobody will touch him for another 3 days. Like that. He was also a Muslim. He was killed. He was killed like that. Whoever police officer would do any favor, not favor, try to protect us, he also would get killed. Then, Some Muslims died, yeah. Not by terrorists. Those who were opposing them, they were killed. Yes, Muslims also died, but not to that extent. Targets were Kashmiri Pandits. For no fault of ours. You know, we are very honest, sincere, and we don't fight. Our community doesn't fight. We are educationists. We teach people, that's all. We used to teach them also. Whatever, if they are doctors and engineers, it was due to us. But I don't know why they went after our blood. And we don't fight. You will not see any criminal record against any Kashmiri Pandit. You won't see anyone in the jail or anything. We don't fight. We are sincere people. And honest people. Not sincere only, honest. It's a different community.
सर इनका एक सवाल है
बोल
पिक्चर लोगों के सामने क्यों नहीं आया इतने दिनों तक ये फिल्म लोगों के सामने क्यों नहीं आया
ये इसलिए नहीं आया या मैं बोलूँ क्यों नहीं आया ये है आपको पहले मोदी जी के आने से पहले ये अलाउड ही नहीं था बोलना ये अलाउड ही नहीं था किसी को बोलना हम तो रोते थे कि हमारा कोई क्यों नहीं बोलता लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के इंस्ट्रक्शंस थे कि ये कुछ नहीं सिर्फ एनडीटीवी में हमारे अगेंस्ट बोला जाता था एनडीटीवी में एवरीथिंग यूज्ड टू बी टोल्ड अगेंस्ट अस बाकी किसी भी चैनल को अलाउड नहीं था ये मोदी जी आ गए तो तब आप लोगों को पता चला रिलेटेड टू दैट नोबडी न्यू कुछ नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं कुछ ये जान इट वाज द पॉलिसी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट दैट इज़ व्हाट यू कॉल कांग्रेस एंड ऑल आप तो इधर खैर सब कांग्रेसी हो लेकिन आपको पता नहीं कांग्रेस ने हमको बर्बाद किया हमको यू लूज योर बिजनेस यू लूज योर हाउस हाउ टू गेट आप मुझे बोलिए मैं इधर आऊँ मेरे को कहाँ से अच्छा वी आर सपोज टू गेट मंथली रिलीफ सिंस आई वॉज गेटिंग इन दिल्ली I came to this place, it was also stopped. I have written to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, but this bureaucracy doesn't allow this letter to go to Prime Minister of India. Otherwise, he would have immediately sanctioned. But what we are suffering, we can't. And now I have seen One lady, after watching the film, she said, okay, this is all right. I was at Jammu railway station. I saw Kashmiri Pandits begging. This is totally impossible. We will die, but we will not beg. Because it is 100% educated class. Our girls are educated, our gents are educated, our ladies are educated, our mothers are educated. They can't beg. They can't beg. She said that I have seen them for 1 rupee, for 1 roti they were begging. This is wrong, this is not correct. You will not see any Kashmiri Pandit begging. Never. So, what to do? वो बोलते नहीं हैं. They were instructed not to disclose this thing about Kashmiri Pandits anywhere. ये तो मोदी जी आ गए तो अब पता चलता आपको. क्योंकि इनकी वजह से अब पता चलता है. अदरवाइज कहाँ पता चलता है? It's all वो तो क्या किया उन्होंने वो तो भगवान ही जानते. लेकिन वन थिंग आई विल टेल यू, हम किसी को बदला लेते नहीं, वही हम नहीं लेते हैं. लेकिन हमारा दिल से जो निकलता हम उसको बोलते हैं हमारे दिल से निकलता है. इट विल बी डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ दोज पीपल. जो कश्मीरी लोगों ने हमको ऐसा किया, जुल्म किया, वो उनका डिस्ट्रक्शन हो जाएगा. गॉड विल डू दैट. जैसे यूक्रेन में हो रहा, क्या हो गया होगा, लोग मर रहे हैं. सेम थिंग विल हैपन टू देम. It may be today, tomorrow or after 100 years, but they will perish. क्यों? हमारी औरतों ने, मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल बोलता हूँ. एक औरत और उसका बेटा, they were traveling in a train from Jammu to Delhi, but the lady did not get a seat to sit. समझे ना? They are not used to train travel or anything. Then she asked her son, where should I sit? He told her, you sit in the latrine. And she sat there only. Ludhiana, the train reached Ludhiana, it stopped. And then she said, I want to have a cup of tea. Outside she went, but before sitting in the latrine, she said that, oh Rajiv Gandhi, God should punish you. Then in the meantime, when they reached Ludhiana, there she asked for a cup of tea. There is no cup of tea, there is no tea. Why? Rajiv Gandhi has been killed. This is known as It came from the core of her heart that God should punish him, and he was punished. So it is like that. Same thing will happen to whole of Kashmir. Those Kashmiris who have troubled us, we will not trouble anyone. We will not wish bad for them, but it will come from the core of our heart, from our elders, not from us. This boy doesn't know what has happened. He is born in Delhi. He doesn't know. I know what has happened. And my children also have seen that. It will someday, it comes out of from the heart it comes. And they will suffer like this. This time they are suffering. They are suffering like anything. You don't know what is happening. Drugs, they are now drug addicts. It is God has taken revenge. So, but they have troubled us. I am not bothered about them. I am more bothered about the government of India. Government of India, for 25 years, they have neglected us. Only 2 people in the parliament talked about us. That is Dr. Subramaniam Swamy and that Telangana chief minister, who is that, and Chandrasekhar Rao, his daughter. She was member of parliament. Only she talked about us in the parliament. Rest nobody. These 2 people talked about us. Rest nobody talked. No one talked. What?
Finally, good things are happening from this movie started.
Yeah.
Finally, you are happy.
No, I was feeling bad once watching the movie because I got that time. It came in just in front of my eyes. These all things I have seen with my own eyes. Of course, in the last day show, 24 people killed. That was when I came to Delhi. Then only they were killed. They were brought in a line. That whole village was finished by these terrorists. A complete village had gone. All the Kashmiri Pandits were killed that day. They didn't flee, they were killed. Children also were, but he has not shown that. Children also were killed by them. What did Neelkant Ganju, who the first Chief Justice of that J&K High Court, he was killed on the main road, just behind my shop. He was killed on the main road. Like nobody could take his body. It was not allowed. Like that, Tikalal W. In his home, he was killed. He was called outside his house. He came out like this and he was killed. Like that, so many people were killed. But nobody bothered. We had no protection. CRP headquarters was just near to my house. So BSF headquarters was on the right hand side of my house. Everyone told me, hey, why are you constructing your house? There is every danger, you may have to leave this place. I said, no, CRP is here, BSF is here, why should I bother? But they did not, they were not ordered. It is not that they didn't want to help us. They were not given orders by this Congress government. Congress government has destroyed Kashmiri Pandits all the way for the last 25 years. They have destroyed it. It is not easy to say, Madam, you are asked to leave this house without anything. And how will you manage things? With children, I had 8 people with me. My mother was there, my sister was there, my daughters were there, my wife was there, my baby was there, her husband was there. 8 people. Without money we left. We were not allowed to go to the banks also. Banks were monitored by militants. Banks were only J&K bank was allowed to function. All the banks were closed, and there only green plates were to be put in the banks, green signboards. That is Pakistani. And every Kashmiri Muslim, he put this watch on the right side, because in Pakistan they put the watches on the right side. And they were really, here he has shown one scene, the person is giving 100 rupees and he is giving jinnahs, that Pakistani rupee. It's a fact. It's a fact. They had sold all their gold, everything they have sold, Muslims, they kept that sovereigns, so that is golden sovereigns. They thought that now Pakistan will be there, so our currency will have no value. This will have value, we will get Pakistan currency out of this. That happened, and it was Jagmohan who saved us. It is not that he asked us to leave. No, little law and order, he restored, little law, and we could escape. But then that Jagmohan, Mr. Jagmohan, he was thrown out at the behest of Bhutto, Mrs. Bhutto, that Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, Prime Minister of Pakistan. She rang up American president. American president rang up our Prime Minister, that Vishwanath Pratap Singh. And night he was removed. At the behest of who? Benazir Bhutto. Otherwise, had Mr. Jagmohan been there, this thing would have not happened. This thing would have not happened.